Hi, I'm Dr. Robert Szabo from the Low Carb Clinic. Today I'll be talking to you about what a lot of people come to see me about. A lot of people come and say, I'd like to lose weight and I'd like to keep it off. Why is it that I should choose low carb? Well, obviously there's a lot of people that are in that situation, have been gaining weight over the years, and it might be that you're one of those potentially. It might even be that you've been yo-yoing with diets throughout your life, losing weight, gaining even more, and backwards and forwards. And of course the weight isn't the only problem, although it's annoying, but it's all the things that go with that. It's the lethargy, and it's not fitting into clothes that you'd like to wear, and the loss of self-esteem as a result, and really feeling as though you've lost control over your body, which can lead to some problems with mood, not to mention all the other things that can occur, like reduced fertility related to polycystic ovaries, high blood pressure, or even potentially diabetes. So big problems. Would you try low carb when you've tried just about everything else? Well, the answer is that the difference with a low carb diet is that it actually addresses the root cause of the problem, and that is a high insulin. High insulin levels in the bloodstream is actually the cause of most of these conditions in most people. So if you're overweight and gaining weight, it's most likely because you've actually got a high insulin level in your bloodstream. And it's this high insulin level that actually traps fat inside your body, and it keeps you hungry. The difference with low carb compared to any other diet is that it actually addresses this very problem and keeps your insulin low, which allows you to be lean. So if you're overweight, it's actually due to a hormonal problem, and the hormone responsible is insulin. So when you have a high insulin in your bloodstream, what happens is that high insulin, when you eat, just traps all the energy inside the fat cells, and the fat cells just grow. So you're actually feeding your fat cells. Now, you might be aware that insulin's the hormone that keeps our blood glucose levels under control. And so when we have a higher blood glucose, insulin goes up in order to keep that glucose down. This is actually the crux of why low carb's the best diet to lose weight and keep it off permanently, because it's the foods that actually lead to a high glucose, i.e. starchy foods, that are going to make you the most overweight, because when that glucose spikes, then that insulin just goes up to the sky. And what does that do? Makes your fat cells really sticky. So basically you eat that food, it goes sucked up by your fat, keeps you empty. So you just keep going back for more. In the meantime, your fat is actually just almost autonomous. It's just growing and growing. And so this is actually how it is that people gain weight. Now that you know this, low carb's a no-brainer. Basically what you need to do is keep your insulin low if you want to be lean. How do you do this? Well, you keep your glucose low. So basically foods such as bread, pasta, rice, potatoes, all those starchy foods, they're all pretty much around about 80% glucose. So when you're eating these foods, you're basically flooding your body with glucose, which, as I said, just leads to your insulin going up. So if you've got a belly, think of that as being your insulin roll. If you want to get rid of it, keep your insulin down. And that's exactly what low carb does. And the way that it actually works is it reduces your appetite. When you eat this way, after a couple of weeks, you just notice hunger actually just dissipates. And that just means that you can actually tap into your battery, draw your battery down, i.e. your belly, and lose weight without any effort.